Passive info gathering, also known as OSINT, is the process of collecting open information about a target without interacting with that target aggressively. There's a ton of tools for it, like Maltego. The next step of any stage of an attack depends on what we find in the first steps, and the first step is usually information gathering. The goal of OSINT is to gain information that clarifies or expands an attack surface, helps a phishing campaign, or supplements other pen testing steps like password guessing. OSINT is about never aggressively communicating with the target. We can use third-party tools for info, but we wouldn't access their systems or server. We might interact with their websites, but only like a normal internet user would. If the website lets us register, we could, but we would not begin a pen test. Let's begin with the simplest form of OSINT, which is website recon. If the client has a website, we can gather basic information just by browsing the website. Small organizations may have one website, while larger ones might have many, some unmaintained. Let's check out our target, megacorp1.com. A quick review of the company shows that they're a nanotech company. The contact page shows emails of different employees. We could use these during a social media information gathering campaign that would later lead to a phishing campaign. It's also worth mentioning that the company's email addresses have a format that we can use in order to find others. The CEO uses just the first name. This shows us that founders have a different email format than new employees. This information could be very useful at later stages of an attack. Corporate social media accounts are also worth recording for future research. Now let's review who is enumeration. On Kali Linux, we can simply type who is in the website name. Who is a database that can provide information about a domain, like name server and who registered it. This information is often public unless they're using a service known as WhoisGuard. We can see here that the person who registered was Alan Grofield. We can see that Alan Grofield is the IT and Security Director of Megacorp 1. Additionally, we can see the name server records for the website. We could also do a reverse lookup using their IP address. First, we would give them a ping. We would get their IP, and then we can do a whois information on the IP, and it looks like they're using OVH as their host. This reverse lookup is giving us information about who is hosting the IP address. At the heart of OSINT is Google hacking. It's possible to use clever search strings that allow refinement of search queries. Let's begin our process with a broad search. We can search site megacorp1.com to give us a rough idea about a site's web presence. We could also use -file type HTML to find any interesting non-HTML pages. Additionally, we could say site megacorp1 in title index of parent directory to find pages that have an index of in the title and a parent directory anywhere on the page. The output reports directory listing pages, and we can see the content of different directories. Next, we can try to uncover additional subdomains. There's many aggressive ways we could try to find subdomains, such as using GoBuster subdomain enumeration, but that's not passive. For passive enumeration, we can use a site that already has the information logged, for example, Netcraft. We can search sitecontains.megacorp1.com. And we can see several subdomains related to their website. This list of subdomains will be more useful as we move on to active information gathering and exploitation later on in our attack campaign. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!